Have you ever wondered, why would someone risk losing the person they claim to love for just one moment? Most people think the answer is simple. They cheated because they stopped loving you. But psychology tells a much more complicated story. Because sometimes people don't cheat when love disappears. They cheat when something inside themselves breaks. So, what's the real reason people cheat? And more importantly, could it happen even in relationships that look perfect from the outside? Let's find out. Everyone wants to believe cheating only happens in bad relationships. But reality isn't that simple. Some unhappy couples stay loyal. Some happy-looking couples fall apart overnight. Which means the relationship alone isn't always the full explanation. Sometimes, the biggest battle isn't between two people. It's happening inside one person. Psychologists often describe cheating as a combination of opportunity, unmet needs, poor boundaries, and personal choices. Not fate, not destiny, and certainly not something that just happened. For some people, it's emotional loneliness. They don't feel heard. They don't feel appreciated. Instead of talking about it, they look for validation somewhere else. For others, it's insecurity. Attention becomes addictive. Every compliment feels like proof that they're still attractive, still important, still enough. And then there's novelty. The human brain naturally responds to new experiences with excitement. That excitement can feel powerful. But excitement isn't the same as love. Many people confuse the two. Another hidden reason is avoidance. Some people never learned how to handle conflict. Instead of facing uncomfortable conversations, they escape them. Sometimes through work, sometimes through distractions, sometimes through another relationship. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Cheating is never caused by one single factor. Feeling lonely, feeling insecure, or feeling ignored doesn't force someone to betray trust. Those experiences may explain vulnerability. They don't remove responsibility. The decision is still a choice. Social media has made this even harder. Today, attention is available in seconds. A like, a message, a stranger who makes you feel noticed. The temptation has become easier, but so has self-deception. People often convince themselves it's harmless, until harmless becomes something much bigger. One of the biggest myths is this: if they cheated, they never loved you. Sometimes that's true. Sometimes it isn't. Human behavior isn't always that black and white. A person can genuinely care about someone and still make a deeply harmful decision. Understanding that doesn't excuse cheating. It simply reminds us that human psychology is complicated. So what actually protects a relationship? Not perfection, not constant passion, and not trying to control each other. Healthy relationships survive because of honesty, communication, emotional maturity, and boundaries. People who talk openly about problems are usually in a much stronger position than people who hide everything until it explodes. If you've ever been betrayed, don't automatically blame yourself. Someone else's decision doesn't define your worth. At the same time, if you've ever been tempted to look outside your relationship, ask yourself an honest question. What am I really searching for? Because the answer often has less to do with another person and more to do with something unresolved inside yourself. In the end, cheating isn't simply about love. It's about choices. It's about character under pressure. And it's about whether someone is willing to face uncomfortable truths instead of escaping them. The strongest relationships aren't built by finding perfect people. They're built by two imperfect people who keep choosing honesty, even when honesty feels difficult. Because trust isn't created in the easy moments. It's created every time someone has the opportunity to betray it and chooses not to.